You're most welcome to the review of The Rules of Wealth by Richard Templar. Woo! We are going to be learning the rules of wealth over the next couple of days. Yes, there are so many rules that we're going to learn from the book, and these rules are guiding principles that will help you to generate more money. We know you are making money already, but you're going to make more money if you learn these rules. You're going to learn how to handle this money more wisely and to grow your money more effectively and to use it to live a happier, more fulfilling, and comfortable life. All right. So let's get right into this book. All right. There is an old saying that money, 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 right? It's all they think about. But the truth is that people usually don't think about money in the sense of money. Rather, they think about what the money can do for them. So a lot of people chase money, not the money itself per se, but the comfort, the happiness, the luxury, the power, the influence that the money can buy, right? And of course, money can buy different things, but we have established it from some of the books that we learned before, and also from this book that we're learning now, that money cannot buy love or happiness. And that is the truth. I agree with that. Money cannot buy happiness. Money cannot buy love. I have seen families where there is so much money but no love. And I have seen people who have so much money but still they are not happy. Right. It is contentment that will bring you happiness. It is contentment that will bring you, comfort, joy. It is that peace of mind. Exactly. So there are so many things that, people want to spend money on, and 10 of them are identified in this book. The first one is security. People want to feel secure. Of course, money is a form of security, right? People who don't have money don't really feel secure that much. You want to have money to be able to meet your needs, to be able to, get over emergencies and all of that. Then money, people spend money on comfort. You want a good house, a good car. You don't want to be trekking all the time. You don't want to be sick and not have money to buy drugs. You don't want to be managing food. People want comfort. Then people also want money to spend on luxuries. At least you should be able to afford to go on a holiday or to eat at an expensive restaurant. People spend money on mobility, or they want money because of mobility. You want to be mobile. You want to be able to secure a good seat on the train or on the plane. Then because of status, yes, some people just want respect and they feel that, oh, if they have money, they are going to get the kind of respect that they want. So status is part of it. They want to feel important. Another thing that people spend money on is influence. You want to be able to influence other people. Hey, you go there. Hey, you come here. When they see you, everybody's just saying yes sir, yes sir. Oh, everybody's saying, oh, whatever Mr. Gabriel says is the final. Or, you want to be able to have some form of influence on people so that whatever you say will have an impact on them. Then people want money because of freedom, right? They want independence. So many people don't really like people controlling them. They don't like their bosses sending them on errands or telling them what to do, but they don't have any choice. They have to go to work. They have to submit to that boss. They have to say yes sir, yes ma'am, because if they don't, there will be no salary at the end of the month, right? So a lot of people are working so that they can at least obtain their freedom, so that they will not be answerable to anybody. They can live life on their own terms. That is when financial freedom really comes in. You want to be free. You don't want anybody to be tossing you here and there, and you also don't want to be forced to wake up early in the morning when you still want to be in bed. You just want to live life on your own terms. That is financial freedom, and a lot of people want money because of that. Then people also want money because of leisure. They want to be able to do the things they want, go wherever they want, meet the people they want, and so on. And of course, popularity. There are some people that will break the bank because they want to be popular. They want to be known. And another thing is philanthropy, right? Some people just want money so that they can be a blessing to other people. They can give out. They have enough, more than enough, and they also have excess to share, right? There may be other reasons why people want money. I don't know your own reason, right? Why do you want to be wealthy? Why do you want to be rich? Why do you want money? Why are you working? Apart from the fact that you need to eat, you need to be able to afford a good home, a good car, and all of that. What other reasons do you need money for? But the truth is that there are principles that separate wealthy people from not so wealthy people, right? There are some principles, and we're going to be learning some of these principles in this book. In fact, it is not that we don't know these principles already, but we do not put them into practice. We do not implement them. I strongly believe that we know too many things. Video is hazy? Really? Is it only Mr. Ike that sees the video to be hazy? Or is it like that for everybody else? Maybe I should change to... Let me know if it's better or if it's the same. Right. So, okay. Is it better now? I changed to a mobile network. Let me know if it's better. You can type better if it's better, or not better if it's not better. Let me know. Right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. So, many of us, as I was saying, we know all of these rules. We know that we are supposed to save, we are supposed to invest, we are supposed to spend wisely. But do we actually do them? That is those are the questions, right? Because it's not rocket science. Many people cannot stick out all of these principles. Many people are not just patient to build wealth. Many people get bored if things are is not coming. So there are some principles which the rich swear by that work for them, right? And I'm sure there are some principles that you also know. So this book, we're going to be learning these principles and so many others. In fact, there are like 100 principles in this book that we're going to be learning. There are a lot. So that's the introduction. Now let's move to thinking wealthy. Do you think wealthy? There's a book that we reviewed before now, Think and Grow Rich. And Napoleon Hill makes us know that you can actually think and grow rich. You can think your way into riches. You can think your way into wealth. See, mindset is everything. The way your life is, the way you are thinking is the way your life is. Even the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You cannot rise above the level of your thoughts or above the level of your mindset, because money is just a concept. Money is a concept. You really cannot touch money. You really cannot see money. You really cannot feel money. It's a concept in our heads. Oh, I want money, I want money, I want money, I want money. You can't put money on your bed at night and then sleep beside money. So it is a concept, the thought of it. So there is a way you think about money, right? So whatever currency you're holding is just like a representation. It's just like a symbol of money itself. There are some people that are stupendously wealthy. They cannot even define money. They cannot, but they know that they are in affluence. They are wealthy, they are rich, they have everything they want, they are comfortable, right? Because they were able to think their way into it. I'm not talking of people who steal. People who steal do not recognize that money is not the end in itself. It is just a means to the end. That's why people will kill, they will maim, they will steal. They will cheat just because of money. You don't need that. The concept of money comes with a lot of baggage to most people, right? There is this inherent belief that some people have that money is bad. Spending too much money is bad. When they see people enjoying their lives, they'll be like, they're wasting money. They're wasting money. You see, it is rooted in their mindset. And there are some people that believe that money is good. Spending money is good. Being comfortable is good. Living a good life is good. So for such people, it is possible or very likely that money is going to gravitate towards them. Their mindset will attract money. So the author is going to suggest in the first few rules, that how we think about money might be holding us back. It's not like you're not working hard. It's not like village people are after you. It's not like money is scarce. It is not the economy. It is not the government. It may just be the way you're thinking about money. If in your heart you believe, whether subconsciously or not subconsciously, that money is a bad thing, then it will really become a bad thing to you, because that is like a stronghold. So even though there are opportunities around you, there are wealthy people around you, you just have this notion that money is bad, or you have this notion that money is scarce, or you have this notion that the economy is terrible and people are hungry, right? Why do you not choose to look at people who are living in affluence in the same economy, right? But one thing you must know is that you need to work in order for you to get money. If you are not working and you're getting money, and it's not like you inherit, even if you inherited it, somebody worked for it. So there is still an element of work somewhere. But you didn't work for it, you didn't do anything for it, you're getting money, then you should be questioned. And you also have to know intimately what you want. Why do you want to be wealthy? How? It is that how that will get you, that will bring the money. Then the why will keep motivating you. It will keep helping you to work hard. Nobody is saying that it is going to be easy, but then you must know what you want. Do you really want to be wealthy? And this will lead us to rule 1. So we're going to take rule 1 and rule 2. Rule 1 says anybody can be wealthy. You just need to apply yourself to the rules of wealth. So we started talking about the rules of wealth. We've reviewed some books on money before. So the question I'm going to ask you is that how many of those rules are you applying? How many of them did you even try out? And not just try it out once or twice or 3 times and then you give up that they are not working. No. How many of them are you sticking by to say, this rule has been proven to work? People who are wealthy, they've applied these rules and it works for them. Let me also stick to it. Let me also work it out. There are some things that you have to keep working at for 1 year before you start seeing any tangible results. Yes, it has to become a habit, right? But many people do not have the patience to become wealthy, and so they give up so easily. But the good news in this book is that you too can be wealthy. Just anybody can be wealthy. That is rule 1. And I want that to sink in. Please don't have any contrary thoughts. Don't even rack your brain to say, oh, this is how can it be possible in this economy? My salary is small, my income is too low. Don't. If you do, then you're placing a barricade on your mind and you really cannot enjoy wealth that way, right? So money is everywhere. Money does not discriminate. Money does not know whether you're black or you're white, whether you're a Nigerian or you're an American. It doesn't care about your color. It doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care about your parents. It doesn't even care about your degree. That is the truth. Money does not care about all of those things. We can say money is blind. It doesn't know who is handling it. It doesn't. So you can find a stupid person having so much money. You can find a professor living in poverty. You can find a dumb person who is wealthy. So money does not really know. When I was reading this, a statement I usually say in Nigeria just came to me like money misroad. Money misroad. There are some people you look at like this, you'll be like, this one a money misroad. How did this person become this rich? How did this dumb person, who is not even as educated as I am, became this rich, or become this rich? So money does not discriminate. The only thing that can hold you back is yourself and your own money myths, your own beliefs, your own mindset about money. So if you are not wealthy, we're not talking of you seeing all the wealth right now. See, it is a journey. Life is a process. One mistake that many people make is that they want instant gratification. The fact that we are learning these rules does not mean that we're going to become wealthy overnight. But what we are saying is that if you apply yourself to these rules, if you follow some of the principles that wealthy people followed that made them wealthy, then there is a high likelihood that you too can be wealthy. You can work at it for years, but you start seeing an improvement in your financial life. You start seeing an improvement in the way you reason about money, because I have gotten to a stage in my life that I believe that there is nothing I cannot attain. That is just the truth. So what do? I put in the work. I make sure that I have the right mindset. I learn, I walk, I move close to people, and all of those things. So it's a journey, and every day I'm happy with the progress that I am making. That's what we're talking about. It doesn't mean that, oh, you apply it now and then you start seeing result now. So I want you to know that you have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else to take as much as you want, to also grab your own share of the wealth of this world. You have the same rights and the same opportunity. If you are doubting this, then go and look at people who rose from grass to grace. Why did money not come to them? You know, money will come to you. It is a state of your mind. Your mindset can attract money. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not even reading to you now. I'm telling you what I am experiencing, what I have seen people experience, and all of that. It is not everybody that is wealthy today that is from a privileged background or that has some inheritance somewhere, right? And I have seen people who see, I've seen a lot. So believe this when I tell you. Just set your heart right. Have the right mindset. Just believe it. That's the first thing. Believe that it is possible. You have the same rights. You have the same opportunities. God did not make a mistake by creating you. And his plan for you is not to be poor. So don't allow your mindset to limit you. There is no way money can know who is handling it. Money has no ears. It has no senses. Right? Money is impassive. It has no clue. It is there to be used and spent, saved and invested, fought over, seduced, worked for, and all of those things. So it has no discriminatory apparatus. It cannot judge whether you are worthy or not. Money can misroad. It can come to you and people will be wondering. To money, it did not misroad. And to you, that money did not misroad. But people will be wondering, how did this man become wealthy? Right. So have that mindset. And that is what this book is about. It is going to challenge your perceptions of money and the wealthy. We all assume that the poor are poor because of circumstances, because of their backgrounds, or their upbringing, or their nature, or because they did not go to school. But if you have the means to buy a book like this and live in comparative security and comfort in the world, then you have the power to be wealthy. If you have eaten today, you have the power to be wealthy. If you have at least 1,000 naira in your bank account, how did that money get there? If you could get that 1,000 naira, it means that you have the capacity to get 10,000 naira. If you have up to 10,000 naira, you have the capacity to get 100,000. If you have 100,000 naira that is your own somewhere, it means that that power, that wisdom, that desire, that hard work that brought that 100,000 naira can bring you 1 million naira. If you have 1 million, you can have 10 million, and so on and so forth. If you have eaten today, if you have a roof over your head, if you have the capacity, it is inside of you. But don't allow your thoughts to limit you. Don't ever look at rich people and be jealous or envious or bitter towards them that maybe they must have stolen. It means that you too, you are indirectly saying that if you don't steal, you cannot be wealthy like them. That's what you are indirectly saying. No, this book is going to challenge all of those perceptions and misconceptions. Set your heart right. It may be hard, right? But little by little, start disabusing your mind from there. It is doable. You have the power to be wealthy. And that is rule one. Anyone can be wealthy. You just need to apply yourself. All the other rules are about that application. Now, how do you become wealthy? So we're going to look at rule 2 tonight, and then we'll continue. The thing you want to do if you want to be wealthy is rule 2. Rule 2 says decide on your definition of wealth. Somebody who has a small Toyota Corolla that is able to move from one place to another can also see himself to be wealthy. Somebody who has a Range Rover may not see himself to be wealthy yet. Maybe he's aiming to have a private jet. Somebody who is able to rent a 3-bedroom apartment somewhere and is able to eat 3 square meals, able to send his children to private schools, may see himself to be wealthy. And somebody may have a mansion somewhere and the person is not yet wealthy. The person has a higher goal. So what is the definition of wealth to you? It is something that you have to sit down and work out in advance so that when it comes, you will recognize it. And if it has not yet come, maybe it's just the ferry that is coming. You will know that this is not where I am going. The author says he has a friend who is extremely generous and wealthy. Excuse me. When this guy was starting out in business, he knew what wealth was to him. He knew that having a capital to start a business was not wealth to him. Even making profits from that business is not wealth to him. He considers himself to be wealthy if the interest from his money is earning interest. So more like double or triple interest. So when he's living off the interest on the interest, that is when he considers himself to be wealthy. So if you don't know what you want, everything will look like it. You have 1 million naira in your account and you become so complacent, so comfortable that yes, I have arrived. Meanwhile, it may be that the journey is just starting. But because you don't know what you want, then you rest there. You relax there. You are not aiming for more, right? So you need to determine what wealth is to you. So this guy knew that it is the interest on the interest that makes him happy, right? So the definition of wealth may be pretty high for you. It may be pretty low for some people. It depends on your own definition. And you cannot compare your definition to somebody else's definition. The author's definition for comparison is having enough so that he doesn't have to worry about having enough. You have enough to make you comfortable. You have enough to make your children comfortable. How much is that? How much will make you have enough so that you don't worry about having enough? You don't worry about not having food to eat, not having a car to drive, not having a comfortable home, not being able to send your children to the best schools, right? So how much is that? You can put a figure to it in Think and Grow Rich. Was it Think and Grow Rich? Yes. We were told to put a figure to the amount, to the kind of wealth that we want to control and give it a timeline. So for example, you can say by December 2026, I want to be rich to the tune of $1 billion. Now that is measurable. And then you now break it down into smaller goals. How do you want to get there? Maybe right now you only have $1,000. And by next year, December, you want to have $1 billion. How do you want to get there? Then maybe through my shoe business, through my educational business, through real estate, or by increasing the number of my customers, or by selling high ticket products or services, things like that. How do you want to get there? Now you have an end in mind. How do you want to achieve it? So that you don't steal, so that you don't wake up one day and then you have $1 billion, boom. And you cannot even explain how it came about. That's why we said this thing is a process, right? For some people, not worrying might mean having enough to pay for any emergency that might arise in their family or home. So how will you define that? Is it by the number of cars you own? Is it by the number of servants? Is it by the kind of food you eat? And all of this and all of that. If you don't have a target, if you don't have an aim, it becomes difficult. Everything will look like it. If we don't have a destination, we can't leave home, or we'll be driving around in circles for hours. So if we don't have a definition, how can we monitor or judge success? If we don't do this, how will you know if this book has been helpful to you? So your assignment tonight is to write down. I've written my own down when we reviewed Think and Grow Rich. And some of you did that, I want to believe as well. But if you have not done it, take your journal and write it down. Set a target. Think about it very, very well. Don't rush. Think about your business. Think about your attitude to work. Think about the ideas that you have, and think of how you can bring these ideas to life and how much they can begin to generate, and then how you can increase the percentage of your clientele and all of that. Think about it, then write it down. Don't be scared. Write it down. Right. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with this. If we don't have a definition, how can we monitor or judge success? If we don't do this, how will you know if this book has been helpful to you? So that at the end of this book, By the time we're done reading and reviewing it, you will know that, oh, I started like this, now I am here, or this is the progress I have made so far. Cultivate the habit of writing things down. Few years from now, you will go back to it and be like, wow, I can't believe I've made the 100 million naira that I wrote down 2 years ago. Wow. It helps you to measure progress. It helps you to see that you are actually making progress in life. You are not redundant. Okay, thank you so much. This is where we're going to end the review tonight. And tomorrow we're going to continue from rule 3, which says set your objectives. Don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet to subscribe. I remain Olaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. We'll come together again tomorrow by God's grace. Until then, be intentional. Bye. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. Welcome.